The Chiefs and 49ers game this week on Fox is going to be amazing. So we're going to be sticking to guys from this marquee matchup to talk about. All right, so first one.
Bum, 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 bum.
Our first guy we're talking about.
Hold on, Jules, I'll help you out. I'll put the little...
There we go. Patrick LeVon Mahomes the second. Should we start the clock? Remember, we have 10 minutes to talk about each dude to determine on what dude these dudes are. So let's start the clock. Ready, set, go. Rob, let's start with AI.
Patrick Mahomes is an elite NFL quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Elite.
Known for his incredible arm strength, agility, and leadership, leading his team to multiple Super Bowl victories.
Few. Not a couple, a few.
What, 3 Super Bowls? Been to how many? 4 Super Bowls he's been to?
Yeah, he's been to 4.
3-time champion.
Jesus.
Woo! Off the field, he is admired for his humility, community involvement, and philanthropic efforts, particularly through his 15 and the Mahomes Foundation.
He's a guy for the kids.
Loves the kids, just like myself. I have the Gronk Nation Youth Foundation. We're for the kids. That's why I love Patrick even more now. He's for the kids. When you're for the kids, you're a good dude.
When you're for the kids, you're a good dude.
Mahomes, combination of talent, work ethic, and character has made him one of the most respected and influential figures in the NFL today.
Wow.
Tell you the truth, I don't think AI got it right. I mean, if AI got it right, it would have been a page of 10
They didn't
pages.
even say anything about his arm angle thing.
Yeah,
Like everyone
nothing.
every human talks about this fucking arm angle.
He can throw the ball sideways. He can throw it, over his
Behind
shoulder,
the back. We see
behind
behind the back this year.
He can throw it with his eyes closed.
No lookers. I mean, Patrick LeVon Mahomes the second. He's why are you laughing?
Patrick LeVon. I love how you're just saying his middle name as well.
I like Patrick LeVon Mahomes the second.
Yes.
It's a good sound. No, I got a story with him. So back when you were balling in 2017 Super Bowl against Philadelphia and Minnesota, I had a torn ACL. And so I proceed to go out, and it's me, Cliff Kingsbury, his agent, Eric, and Jacqueline, who was working with Cliff, who's Mahomes' marketing lady, and this rookie, Patrick Mahomes. And we were all at this table at some party or some, I don't even know, club. And Mahomes was just like the coolest little dude, chugging beers. We were sitting back, chugging beers. I didn't even really know who he was because they still had Alex Smith. This was the year that he sat behind him, right? And no one knew who he was. And he was just, you could tell he was one of the dudes that you wanted to hang around. He's a fucking just good ass kid. He was like a little puppy there, man. He was just, yo, let's take a shot. You want to, and it's so crazy to see where his story's gone. I mean, he's a legend. He's an absolute legend.
He is a legend. I don't have a story like that. I just met him one time really quick. It was on the set of a Subway commercial, and I was shooting, and then he was right after me. And I mean, good thing I didn't have a foot long, in my hand when I met him. That would have been a little awkward. But when I went up to him, we I just got outside.
Your pants.
How would you know that, Jules?
I showered with you for 9 years.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh, yeah, forgot.
His brother's bigger, though.
Yeah, he is. Dan G. Dan G has a monster piece. Dan G should represent Subway. All right, back to Mahomes. All right. So I just, I was coming out of my trailer. I just finished my set. Then he was coming on the set. He was coming out of his trailer. And then we just walked by each other. I just met him super quick. For about 30 seconds. We just said, what's up? I don't have a cool story like you, Jules, but he just seems like the ultimate dude, like a great guy, great teammate, person that, that will never, will ever get too big time for anyone. Like, fame will never change this guy, I feel like. Just the way he acts, the way he carries himself, which is great. And I feel like that's why he's loved by America. The Chiefs might not be loved by America, but there's no one that says, hey, you know, I don't like Patrick Mahomes.
Not
I mean,
at
if
all.
they don't like Patrick Mahomes, it's because he is facing their team, you know, that week
Beating their
currently
ass.
and beating their ass. That is right. But overall, man, everyone loves Patrick Mahomes. They love his game. They love his personality. They love what he represents. And he's just the man, dude. Just the way he plays the game as well. He's not scared. He has no fear out there on the field. I mean, he doesn't care if he's going to get hit by a linebacker, hit by a D lineman. Just his game just brings a whole new perspective to the fans in the NFL.
Definitely. And like you said, his success hasn't changed him at all. You can tell how he handles himself in front of the media, that he's such a team guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you watch him, he never points fingers. He only points thumbs. You know what I mean? He never says anything. He always puts it on himself. And that's what a lead. That's someone who we played with that did. That's what Tom did.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's why he's in that. He's doing what Tom did.
I literally think Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady have the most similar careers out of like any other quarterbacks. I mean, they both sat behind another quarterback when they got into the league, which I think a lot of first rounders should be doing that. I mean, look how much, you know, mature Patrick Mahomes was, you know, going in when he first started, because he sat behind Alex Smith. He got to learn. And then when it was
except
his turn,
Jaden Daniels.
Yes, Jaden Daniels is the only one that I would say. Yeah, he's NFL ready. But well, you got to like. There's an exception, but majority of the time, it's better for a player, you know, a first round quarterback to sit. You know, obviously Tom sat behind Drew Bledsoe. Patrick Mahomes sat behind Alex Smith, and then when it was their opportunity, they were ready to go and they took full advantage, and then they became the starter from there on out.
Didn't Josh Allen sit behind? Wasn't Fitzpatrick there for a little bit early on? He didn't come
Jules,
out.
we're not talking about Josh Allen right now.
I forgot.
You're getting off track.
I know. But he,
like always, though, used to you getting off track. But you always get right back on track. That's why I love you. You just need someone there just whipping your ass at all times.
I need it.
Yeah.
Need it.
I need it too.
And it really is. He's really revolutionized the quarterback position. You could put him in that same category as like Steph Curry, who's changed the position. Now, Tom, he's just a sit in the quarterback, sit in the pocket type, type quarterback.
The best one to do that.
The best one to do that. This is the first time where you've seen like the real athletic quarterback, guy that changes launch angles, guy that makes plays with like second plays within the plays, really succeed and do what he's done. And it's made like, you see the kid at Nebraska, what's his name? Dylan Raiola. I mean, you have now young kids trying to look identical to what Patrick Mahomes is doing. And you see a lot of that. You saw a lot of that with Aaron Rodgers and his play, how people emulated how he plays. You know, you look at how Jordan Love throws and all these younger quarterbacks, the Zach Wilsons, their little jump passes where they try to get that ground force production. Mahomes is also doing that. Now people are looking at Mahomes. He's that next generation where everyone of these little kids is really emulating, which is very parallel to what Steph Curry did the NBA.
And what also the factor is with Steph Curry now is that he can hit a three-pointer with a 7-footer in front of his face with the best guard guarding him. While he can hit a three-pointer off of 1 foot falling backwards on a fadeaway. That's kind of like Mahomes on the field as an NFL quarterback. He's doing no-look passes. He's falling backwards, getting hit. He's still throwing it on target. What else? He's throwing it underhand to the guy. So him and Steph Curry are very similar in the way that they can just release that ball and still get it to exactly where they need it to go and swish every shot still. It's unbelievable.
Rob, what a fucking that was a fucking 3-point. That was a
half-court three-pointer.
That was a 3-pointer take.
From downtown.
That was a 3-pointer take.
I'm heating up.
That was a 3-point.
You want to hear this? I got a scouting report for freaking Patrick Mahomes.
What is the scouting report?
I wrote a scouting report. He's crafty. He has great ability to extend plays, and that's actually what makes Patrick Mahomes possibly better than the GOAT in the end. That's the only thing that I would say could possibly make him better than Tom Brady in the end, is that he can extend plays to a whole nother degree. But he's never going to be better than Tom. Even if he is, I'll never say that because I love Tom. But
also,
I'm just saying the way he can extend plays, That's what makes the Kansas City Chiefs so good. He's about to be sacked, and he just rolls out, spins off a defender, and then he throws it to Travis Kelce or Tyreek Hill when he had him, or a no-name 7th rounder like you, Julian, once again making that 7th rounder famous like Tom did with you. Yeah. So it's like making Travis Kelce famous like Tom Brady made, myself famous, throwing the balls to me. That's why these quarterbacks are great, because they're making us famous as well.
Making us money.
So what were you gonna say?
I don't know.
Good.
I forgot what I was gonna say. It's also pretty cool that he has, like, in our situation, we never really had an offensive-minded head coach, and we never really got to see the tandem of head coach with offensive or with quarterback. I think his relationship with Andy Reid is something really special as well. I think they can finish each other's sentences. Mm-hmm. Now, Brady and Belichick could do that too, but I think when they finish each other's sentences, there's like a twinkle in their eye. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like.
It's like I'm the one who finishes the sentence. Yeah.
You see? No, but I think, for as much as the public is getting sick of the Kansas City Chiefs, it's guys like Patrick Mahomes. They got some really cool dudes at the top of that organization. Even Trav, man, he's a really cool dude.
Definitely.
Like, where you don't mind rooting for him. They're great, and I'm rooting for the greatness to see it. I mean, not crazy.
All right, back to the scouting report. I had a couple more, X factors on that scouting report. He has awesome vision, obviously. He's creative. Uh-huh. He's unflappable. You know what that is, Jules?
What is that?
Like, he just can't be tackled. He can't be stopped.
Slippery.
Yeah, he's slippery. There it is.
Slippery.
He's slippery.
Slippery and wet. Shout out Bon Jovi.
Kind of like Kamara, but as a quarterback. Kamara's slippery when he goes through that. Then he goes through that hole like no one can get him, and he just falls off of every tackle.
Twinkle toe.
He makes off-schedule plays as well, which that's why the Kansas City Chiefs are so great, and they have a chance in every game because of those off-schedule plays. When you're supposed to be sacked, it turns into a 30-yard bomb. He's even keel. He's never too high, and he's never too low.
No.
Which that's how you need to be in the NFL, because the NFL has so many highs and so many lows, and if you can stay in the middle, that's a talent right there itself.
Even when he's doing the whole, the one thing that it fucking cracks me up what he does is when there's a penalty or something, and he'll stick his little head in the referee fucking huddle and be like, oh, and he does that little fucking hand wave. Oh, it's on them. I get so mad when he does that. I don't know why.
I know, and it's not on them. But he's kind of he's influencing the refs.
He's calm cool. It's on us. It's on us. Calm cool thing that you were saying. Go ahead.
And most importantly, he's durable. And if he's hurt, he still goes out there and he performs. In the playoffs, he had like the high ankle sprain.
Dude, he played
insane. Came right back out and just kept throwing bombs still. So
won a Super Bowl.
That's what makes a quarterback is when you're injured, an elite quarterback is when you're beat up still, you're still going out there. And that's why this guy reminds me of Tom a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. Because Tom, he would go out there no matter what the situation was, however he was banged up, he would still perform and go out there and play too.
So many injuries no one knows about that Tom played through because that's how good he was. And that's what Patrick Mahomes does. He adjusts his game when he's hurt. Remember, like with that high ankle sprain, what was that? That was their last 2 Super Bowls ago? It was the first one where he had the high ankle
2
sprain.
Super Bowls ago.
And I was sitting there like, this could be really bad. And he had that really big run. He had a really big 3rd down run that was like, that sealed the game, I think. I'm coming off memory. And I was sitting there like, man, that's what competitors do. They don't talk. He didn't make it loud about his ankle. But when it was freaking nut cutting time, the dude went out and he was an assassin, made the play. He always makes the play when his team needs him to make the play, and that's why he's considered the best quarterback in the league right now.
Well, I mean, he's clutching big moments. There's no doubt about that. I mean, I don't think if the Kansas City Chiefs didn't have Mahomes, they wouldn't have, won in these situations that they've been winning in. I mean, the guy comes through every single time they need a big play, and when the game is close, he manages to score or put them, the offense in field goal position. So then Buckert can just go out there and just kick a 70-yarder right through the middle and just win the game every time. And
it's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's a lot of their team is like very similar to ours.
Very similar in all ways, if you really think about it.
Great kicker.
Yes.
Best quarterback in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And then a lot of best tight end in the league.
Yes.
And, Trav's kind of he's getting a lot of the eyes right now. His production's down. But then they always have some other guy. You know what I mean? The defense
some other guy as well.
The defense is strong.
Chris Jones on the defensive side is kind of like Devin McCourty and Dante Hightower.
Yeah.
Like, they're very, very similar. And then obviously Coach Belichick, Coach Andy Reid, very similar coaches. And you want to know where they're very similar as well from what I've heard?
Practice.
Is they practice hard.
Practice hard.
They practice hard. And in New England, we practice hard.
It made games easier if you were recovered for the game.
If you were recovered for the game. Or it made the game suck if you weren't recovered for the game.
There was one time where he didn't come in clutch.
When was that, Jules?
Was that when there was a Super Bowl in Tampa Bay that you were playing in?
Yeah, but, it was just an overall domination of the whole team.
Yeah. They were missing those linemen.
Yeah, they were missing the linemen, and we just dominated, the whole entire game. We dominated that offensive side of the ball. We had a great game plan going in. We had a script of like 80 plays, and literally we ran like all 80 of those plays to the exact T that we wanted to. It went literally from practice and translated right into the game. And we were just checking off like every play that we ran, then we go to the next, and every play was working. And on top of it, our defense was ready. We even got blown out versus them in the regular season. I think that was our last regular season loss too, and before we went on that 8-game winning streak. But yeah, the defense, we just scouted them like it was nothing, dude. We were on Mahomes big time, but it really wasn't Mahomes' fault.
Yeah.
It was just a domination just overall as our team dominated their whole team in every aspect of the game. So Mahomes really didn't have a chance to, perform like Mahomes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a great game. That really was. And then on top of it, man, what about the freaking AFC Championship game? That's another time.
Buffalo?
No, when we faced Mahomes in the AFC Championship game, man.
I mean,
the best AFC Championship game of all time, I believe. And it was our time to shine as well. And it was always, a doubt. Hey, can the New England Patriots go on the road and win a Super Bowl?
We never did before.
We never done that before. And that solidified us to be
the dynasty
dynasty of all dynasties, because we went into Arrowhead 2018. The Chiefs were the #1 seed.
Sexy team. They were electric.
And let me tell you, Mahomes didn't disappoint in this game.
No, he did.
The reason why Mahomes lost is because he didn't have a chance in the playoffs not the playoffs, in overtime to touch the ball, because we got the ball first and we went right down the field and scored.
And guess what? On the field.
I watched that game just now in Dallas with my nephew. He put the game on, last 5 minutes of the game. Let me tell you, my heart was racing. My blood pressure was up because it was one of the best games I've ever seen. I haven't ever rewatched it either. And Jules, man, you came through in the clutch, boy.
So did you.
No. Well, yeah, I did too. But no, let me tell you, 3rd and 10.
We did that a lot.
The game's over. We're down by 4. Oh, Rob, just chip blocking the DN, giving Tom extra time. Tony Romo in the booth. Now, expect Julian Edelman to go up, like he's running it under, then to go up like he's going deep, and then the run across, or Tom Brady will hit him. It's 3rd and 10. That's going to be the play. Boom. What happened? You go right across the middle on an over route. Boom. First down. 3rd and 10 again. Tony Romo. Expect Julian across the middle. Tom Brady's going to hit him. Expect Gronk to chip, give Tom more time. Boom. Hit Julian up the freaking middle once again for another first down. And then Tony Romo again. Well, this time Gronk is spread out wide. Let's see what he can do. It's 3rd and 10.
Tony was pretty on it.
Guess what? He just has to go to Gronk. It's one-on-one coverage. He's not going to look anywhere else. What happens? Whoop, fade route. 1st and 10, baby. Let's go, baby. You came through clutch so much. You had a heck of a playoff run that year as well.
That was a fun year. And that was kind of the passing of the torch for Tom to Mahomes. It was kind of like, for at least that matchup. Tom played him again in Tampa, but like that was like a different one, because that was like That was the road to the AFC Championship, was always through us. And it went to them. Tom had to say right before he left the conference, "Hey, buddy, it was a hell of a run.
You'll always
hold my beer.
You'll always remember me. You'll always remember you didn't win when I was here."
And as soon as Tom left that little motherfucker, he's been winning them all ever since. So Patrick Mahomes, what kind of time? We went way over. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Oh my gosh, we're at 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it felt like 10 minutes. The guy has won as a starter from the very beginning.
He's a fucking
guy's no losing seasons.
He's
all right. We're
he's
talking
on pace. He's on pace to be.
We're only supposed to talk about him for 10 minutes, but it's been like 20 minutes. But we could talk about Mahomes for the next 2 hours if we really wanted to. There's so many crucial situations. I want to have a beer with him again. Yeah, so many situations he's been in where he has come back and just made magic happen. He should be right here one day, and we should have a beer with him, Jules. That's the kind of guy he is.
Yeah.
But we got to get to this. What kind of dude, is Patrick Mahomes? I kind of feel like we kind of went over it and already hit it, but is he a stud? Is he a freak? Is he a dog? Is he a whiz? Is he a dude's dude? I mean, I feel like he represents in
he can hit them all
these categories, but what is he? What one does he most exemplify?
I think two right now that are coming to three are coming to me right now. Freak, dog, and dude's dude. Freak, dog, and dude's dude.
I mean, the guy's a wizard though.
And
he is.
He's a wizard, and he's wizard.
Basically recreated the offense because of him.
He basically recreated how you
I'm gonna go
draft
with
a quarterback.
But what I'm really thinking, I'm definitely gonna go with one of the three that you hit. Maybe Patrick Mahomes deserves two of them because he's just that good. But we can't do that.
We can't break the form for no one.
And what's so great, he is a freak, and he's a freak with a dad bod. But that's the advantage, is that a quarterback. Here's my big take on quarterbacks: is if you're jacked, you're going to only have like 3 years in the NFL. If you're coming out and you're jacked coming out of college. I'm not even going to bring up any names, but I can name so many that these quarterbacks are jacked. They can bench so much that your arm's going to fall off because you're too tight after 3 years. That's why this guy's so great, because he has a dad bod. And when you have a dad bod, you're looser than frickin'
He's a fucking dog,
a loose cannon. Yeah.
Yeah.
He is a dog. He is a dog.
But he's a freak dog.
Yeah, he is. So can he be a freaky dog?
You know what? Or is he just a whiz? He's just clutch.
Nah, he's more than a whiz, though.
Whiz
is like someone that's really smart that keeps them in the league longer because they're not a freak. So you can't give him like a whiz.
You can't give him whiz.
Nah.
But I think he's a dog.
He is a dog.
Because
the
mental, physical toughness, always motivated, relentless. There's so many third downs that we don't even talk about that he converted when it was his team needed it, that like made a drive more, or that took an offense off the field, or kept an offense off. There's so many of those situations that he's a fucking dog. He's an assassin. He will murder your team.
All right, Jules. Like I said, we can talk about him for the next 3 hours. We got to put him in the category of a freak or a dog. What is he? All right, you got 3 seconds to decide.
Freak.
He's a freak. He is a freak.
Because there's only one Patrick.
He's a freak.
And I know that the little kid out in Nebraska, he got the shades, the haircut, the same damn walk and clap and stuff. There's only one of those.
He's inspiring.
He is, man.
He's a freak. Freak of nature.
All right.
Stamp it.
Stamp. All right.
On to the next.